Eh, And welcome, a deep welcome. I would invite you right away to close your eyes for a moment and just think of why you are in this very moment here, why you are doing what you're doing. Taking a deep breath and releasing the role you were living, you were embodying before this very moment. And this is a little bit the point of all of this, my dearest. This is the point because what we're doing here is really about understanding, celebrating together. So I want to thank you. Thank you that you're here. Um, because it's a celebration. It's an ongoing celebration for, the official release of Next Level Embodiment, this model framework that it's truly all about navigating the ups and downs, the breakthroughs and breakdowns of life, holding the responsibilities and challenges and struggles and celebrations and beauties that you go through, and putting together tools. This is what I'm kind of like offering, gifting, humbly gifting you with. I am Ayrton Julio. For the ones of you who don't know me, in this very moment in the meeting, we had the pleasure to connect personally with one another, with pretty much everyone. I'm so glad that you come together because this is a mastermind. Mastermind is a place where minds come together into a bigger container, a mind which is which is a collective mind. There's a book right there, it's called Collective Genius. Here's where that beauty sparks from, and you as a human, as an individual, brings it up. So let me start with some gratitude. I would love to hear some gratitude. Like, what are you grateful for this week? I want to bring this energy into the space. I want to hear from you also. What is that you are grateful for in particular? I mean, this week, this month, this year, as it's like third month started, or in life in general. Today, in the last 5 minutes, maybe you're just grateful because you're here, or what are you grateful for? Let's bring it on. What are you celebrating? Because this is a celebration, this is a party, but it's not my party, it's Next Level Embodiment party. So what are you celebrating about yourself that kind of makes you feel you are moving forward in life, moving towards that next level, embodying it? Like, okay, yes, it's actually happening. What are you grateful for? You want to drop it in the chat, or, oh yes, we have Slavomira. Please unmute. And what are you grateful for, Slavomira? Welcome.
Okay, so I'm grateful for my journey I made last week, or even I came home this week, and I'm grateful for all insights and that I have this possibility, this option just to go somewhere. I have this freedom to do that, and I live in abundance that I can just do that to go somewhere when I feel like it. And I'm also grateful that we were able to meet in person in the last day. Yes, because it was part of the journey. So yeah, I'm grateful for all these options I have in my life and this freedom and all these insights I'm getting that help me to navigate my next steps.
Let me celebrate you then, because She's a true traveler. She's a true brave woman. She was in a car. She was traveling Europe, Italy, like sleeping in a car, and like, wow, that's true bravery. Like, I I really admire her for that. So I celebrate you for doing that, Slavomir, and thank you for being here today. Oh yeah, we have another traveler, Liz. Liz also quite of a traveler, buying her own van right now, right? Liz, you want to hop on? Let me let me play with spotlights here. All right. Yes, please. Yes, please. Come on up. Oh, look at that.
Hi.
You
You
changed.
just stepped outside because fresh air is nice, isn't it?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, no, I'm grateful for like well everything, like life, but specifically like the journey I'm on now because I'm kind of rediscovering my path in life. And I'm very grateful that like we got to reconnect kind of so like almost randomly, but it random that doesn't really exist. So like the universe has brought us together again because it's been over a year since we really talked and like I'm so grateful for that, honestly. Like I feel like this is really like something to help me on that journey, so I'm really glad that like this came onto my path.
Mm.
And everything that's coming because like now I'm figuring it out, but what I do know that is that I want to see the world, and I'm looking for a van. I'm buying a van so I can live in that and just hit the road and see where I end up.
Yes, Liz. Yeah, let's do it. I'm very thank you for going in there. You know, life indeed makes no error. Good and bad are human reviews, and I'm very glad to
Hmm.
have you here. I'm honored. I'm honored you came back, that we met back, and
Yeah, thank you
let's
as
see where this
well.
brings. Let's
Yeah,
embody something. Let's see what that next level is. Yeah.
100%.
Right. Thank you, Liz, a lot. And Tessie, do you feel like coming up? Can you?
Yeah, sure. I mean, but I can't on my video right now.
All right.
Okay, so I'm grateful for life, of course, the new year. I'm
Mm,
grateful for new business opportunities. I'm grateful my sister had a baby, so I'm grateful for that. And I think I'm grateful for everything in general. So yeah, that's what I'm grateful for.
sweet. Wow. I love it. I love it for you then. New business. So yeah, new opportunities, new things coming in, being able to see them today. So let me kind of yeah, let me say that kind of straight. Today it is the first out of five session um about the next level embodiment. There are five major elements that make the next level embodiment. You'll see 1, 2, 3 in three separated sessions. The fourth and the fifth, inner work and outer work, kind of spoiling here. They will be kind of merged together. And the last session will be extremely practical, extremely leaping and leaning into that next level, taking action. It will be incremental. But today, as I was saying, it will be about being able to see self-awareness, presence, being able to understand where you're at in life, being able to see, at least trying to imagine and understand where you want to go towards. And well, guess what? That gap, it is all about you living it fully, because you can't control it, right? You can be a master of yourself. And here I go into the actual model framework, what it is exactly, precisely. Why did I pick the elements that I picked to create this model, which is, I mean, you can find about mindfulness, you can find about meditation, you can find about ways to get high energy and vitality, you can find about ways to be more enthusiastic or rejuvenate, get better sleep, and so on and so forth. I'll actually, throughout 2023 and 2024, we'll collaborate, co-create, co-host events, retreats, online, in person, with other experts that complement and that empowers the model itself. And you can find different ways to be authentic. You can find different strategies to stay in integrity. You can find different perspectives on how to set your boundaries, how to say no to something, how to say yes to something else. And here I'm giving you the whole model, rolling out in deep presence and self-awareness, high energy and vitality, rejuvenation strategies, and authenticity and integrity being the third piece. And these three mentioned pillars, like big white marble pillars, they hold the results of your life, what makes you feel safe, your relationship that you can cuddle underneath of your business, that you can save kids through, or buy a nice house, or help your parents educate your kids with whatever external, right, outer work, what emerges out of you, out of your authenticity, out of your high energy that you pour into who you truly are, authenticity, and how you stay aware of where you are at, where you want to go, self-awareness, presence, so that your energy is not misplaced. It's placed in the right place. It's placed where you thrive in your genius and eventually connect with others. And so outer work and inner work, embodiment, trauma work, NLP, which is mindset, eventually, all these things. And so next level embodiment is both embodying the next level and bringing your embodiment, your alignment practice to the next level. So I would like to ask you, so for you to reflect on it, so for you to use it, because kind of I really am handling it to you, over to you. So I'm inviting you to reflect upon it. The word, sorry, the word next, tongue twisted here. The word embodying and embodiment in particular. What is it for you? Like, do you have couple of synonyms or words or practices that come to your mind? You want to drop them in the chat, like let me know what you think. Like, if I say embodiment, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? So I would bring them together. We inspired each other. If we understand it, we can use it. You cannot intervene in a world that you cannot see. What is embodiment? Let's see it better. Okay. You can comment it, or also, well, unmute yourself if you desire. That's also something that you can do. Leave authentic you.
I have an idea. Hold up.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah,
Oh,
share that.
let me
Share
turn myself into the light.
Love it.
Embodiment, what does it mean? Well, I think true embodiment means like living true to your own self and the reality that you create for yourself, right? So illusion, but like being honest with yourself about like reality that is not always as pretty, but like everything has like something beautiful in it, you know, like there's always like the silver lining, you know, like every challenge is an opportunity kind of attitude. And I think if you like can like embody like yourself, your true self, like from the core, I think that's what true embodiment is.
Love it. I love it. Look, I love that. I love that phase. Like it's like, yo,
I'm thinking like
that's
out
it.
loud kind of here.
That's it. Yeah. That's how you do it. That's how you roll. That's how you let it in. That's how you let it come through you. There are different levels of consciousness that could be a model that we could use, for example, in order to well, move through authenticity. Authenticity, I use it like from Greek, ancient Greek, Altheios, following your inner authority. And indeed, everything you're saying, living authentic you from Slavomira, everything you said, Liz, and I can read from Tessie, personification, finding what's unique to your personality. Golden. Golden, what am I saying? Not even golden, diamond, platinum, the most valuable. Yes, you're personifying what's unique of you. That's, I mean, that has no value. That has unlimited value. That makes you, that empowers you. I'm kind of going back. I'm giving it piece by piece by piece by piece, and I'll kind of wrap it up all together at the end of this section of this mastermind of what next level embodiment is. But this personification, this understanding of who you are, and this living it. Next level embodiment is embodying the next level, meaning bringing it all together in terms of past, present, future. You are now. Something unique is trying to emerge. It needs to be listened, seen, experienced. You need to take action, outer work based on that. You need to take action based on what's emerging, or who you are, on what's unique to your personality, of what it means to you living authentic you. Traveling is so cool. I love traveling. We got travelers in the room. Would you just, I mean, the answer to the question I was about to ask, I would have kind of answered yes immediately. I was about to ask, would you kind of just randomly travel? I mean, why not, right? But what I truly wanted to ask actually was, why indeed do you travel? What's unique to you that makes you travel? What are you looking for? What are you trying to experience? There's something to your soul that needs to be embodied, because you're living a human experience. Yes, we are a soul living a human experience, and we're living that human experience. Okay, we are more energy than matter. Dr. Joe Dispenza would say. I'm a great fan of him. And you're still matter. You're still a body, atoms. You still need to rise your energy to go through a mental block that stops you from embodying, living right now, that next level that you see. You can tap into it, into that infinite amount of possibilities, into that unlimited amount of possibilities. You can tap into that. You can see it. I'm a visionary. I'm crazy about ideas and what we could do with this on this human planet in this very moment that we are not doing, because we are limiting. Either we don't have enough energy to invest, spend, create, remove what's holding us back. Remove it. Inner work, it's freaking tough. It's very tough. It's a tough game. That's the toughest game, right? It's scary. Yeah. Beautifully said, Liz. It's scary. Finding what's unique to your personality. After you found it, then you have to go through all the oppositions of the external environment that maybe you give power to. So we're giving so much power to the external conditions. Next level embodiment is a self-empowerment and self-mastery framework. The framework is different pieces. That's what makes it unique. Next level embodiment is unique because it brings together in a certain way different pieces. Okay. And I'm inviting you to do a little let's say, let's call it self-assessment. Okay. And I'm actually I'll drop it in here. I'll drop it in here. The workbook. I don't know if you can download it, because I know we had some kind of challenge, let's call it that way, with the all right workbook for you coming. This is a self-assessment workbook. We had some challenge with the email that was supposed to come through. A couple of you came in without the signing out. Just gave you the link. It's perfect. Let's fix it. Let's fix it for next time, because you got something nice coming in your inbox if you sign up. That's why. Well, this is the workbook. Have a look at it. That workbook is gonna be a self-assessment guide. There's so many questions. There's a little bit of the explanation. You're gonna have spoiled actually. I'm gonna spoiler the actual pieces, but you can go through it. And in these 5 weeks together, if you stick to this, if you stick around, we'll go through it pretty much together. All right. Now I wonder, well, before wondering about what questions you have, and I want to hear what questions you have, what reflections you have. I want to say a couple last words, right, on this next level embodiment whole thing. As humans who want to make some sort of impact, create some change, we're heart-centered souls in a human body. And I know I'm speaking to you as I speak, because that intention, that reason, that purpose for being here is encountering so many ups and downs, emotional breakdowns, and roller coasters. And our soul signed us up for this journey to let us evolve, expand, understand, see more. You can't intervene in a world that you cannot see. And we're here to see. First point, self-awareness and presence. So let me actually do this. I'm actually going to see if it opens it. Okay, very cool. Let me also open it fully. All right, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And I'll share my screen. Share the screen. Let me share the screen. Oh, there we go. Oh, come on. All right. Can you all see that? Can I get a thumbs up or something? Right. Okay. Awesome. Thank you, Elise. So, well, this is a workbook. It's yours. Save it. Save it for yourself. Use it at your own risk and danger. Why do I say that? Because as you cannot intervene in a world you cannot see, you cannot unsee what you've seen. Ta-da. So I'm running here. Embodiment is doing the work nobody will ever see of you. What they'll see is the results of it, because you'll emerge out of it as a new person, doing new actions, taking new informed decisions from a higher, more energetic space, making more impact, money, good. You're a force for good, you're going to amplify that force. You are the force. All right. So unlimitedly, I like to say. So let me go about it. Okay, well, I mean, this is more for the self-assessment kind of situation. today I decided to roam a little bit kind of freer. Let me say that this way. But I would invite you to fill it up, right? Yeah, this is what I just said. You cannot unsee what you've seen. So enjoy the process as you realize something about yourself. Where are you at in life? Start thinking of it. Where do you want to go? And if you go through it, so this is still in the kind of pre of the workbook. I would invite you eventually before the next session or before the call that we might have if you book a call with me, right? For example, because there's this possibility. Now make sure to fix the email thing so that you'll receive the workbook again, the link and a calendar to sign up to the actual mastermind. So you have the reminders and all of that. So like you'll be sorted. And but yeah, like just go through it, okay? And da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. Now let's give it up. The embodiment has already begun for Liz. This is energy. This is energy. Let me stress this point for us. This is how energy works. Okay. Now, self-awareness and presence, right? Whatever happens in your life, you need to be able, develop the ability to breathe in and out like a cold shower. How many of you go through cold showers every now and then? Do you have that bravery in you? I'm obsessed by cold showers. Liz loves the cold. Also, Manos Lavomira, you like that too. About you, Tessie, are you a cold showerer? And you in the replay eventually. Please let me know if you like the cold showers. That's very beneficial for your system, for your energy. Hot showers. I love hot shower too, Tessie. Absolutely, I love it. Very hot. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I look. I don't blame you for that. I love the hot shower. I actually get very hot shower, and then I pull it to very cold, then get back to hot, then get back to cold. But I love my hot shower too. Yes. But anyway, yeah, just try maybe. Yeah, you did the same. This awesome, awesome, awesome. So hot shower, yes, hot shower, life, pulling out the society that built the comfort that we're living in. When we see something, we cannot unsee it. And when we realize that that comfort is holding us back from reaching where we want to go, we say, I want to go there, I want to be that, I want to have more money. Well, do you really want to have money? I want to be a millionaire. Do you really want to be a millionaire, a billionaire, or whatever? Because you'll have billionaire level kind of problems, you'll have a millionaire level kind of problems. Do you want to really have a team? Because if you have a team, you have the greater responsibilities, and maybe consciously in the forehead you say, yes, I want. Why not? But big B-U-T, one T only. Sorry about that. Big, but in this case is what happened when you were younger? What's in your subconscious that's ingrained, that wired you so that it keeps you safe and comfortable? Because your brain, your system will do its very own best. We are so divinely designed to stay alive. Stay alive means that you don't get into unsafe situations. Think about it. Let it in. Do you realize how small you inevitably play, whether you like it or not? Kind of play small. So you need to empower yourself to push through some, I like to call them diamond ceilings. Is usually called the glass ceiling. You don't see it. You get up hitting your head, and you need to make up that glass ceiling your floor, standing upon it. That's next level. That's embodying next level. And I call it diamond ceiling because diamond in the shape of a glass, it's invisible. You don't see it. Also, it is unbreakable. You can make your way around it or can't break it. It's very unbreakable. Big problem if you have a diamond ceiling. And the deeper the trauma, the harder the glass. So presence and self-awareness, acceptance of what you see, right? So here's the questions. Okay. It's not many questions, right? But actually, yeah, exactly. It's not that crazy amount of questions. I'm moving a lot this thing. I don't know what happens if I move it, but whatever. Um, go through these questions. Now I would invite you maybe, and then I would give you 1 minute to share eventually, but I can give you a couple of minutes to read the questions and to think it through. Okay, just think it through. You don't need to write it. If you want to start writing it out, you can write it out. But how do you define self-awareness and presence? Well, what does it mean to live a self-aware life, a present life? To use a tool, you need to learn a tool, right? Hmm. When were you particularly self-aware and present?
I have an idea I would like to share about this first question. May
Uh-huh.
I?
Yes. Yes, go ahead, please, please.
Because like the thing that kind of comes to me is like how as human beings we tend to do a lot of doing and not a lot of being. Like we're human beings, not human doings, right?
Uh-huh.
And we tend to forget that. And I feel like self-awareness and presence really like aligns with that, because you're like aware of yourself, your true self, like your unique self, like and like embodying that in the present moment.
Mhm.
And I think that gives you a lot of strength and opportunity because like the present moment is where your strength lays and where your power lays. So I think that that has a very powerful but like role in your life. So like the more connected you are to yourself in the present moment, the more power you have to create your future.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, 100%. I love it. I love it. Yeah, the more power you can unleash, you can see. Indeed, you can indeed see how to step up and embody, yeah, that what I call a healthy, joyful, and high performing level, new level of yourself, right? Uh-huh. So yeah, think of times where when you were in a way self-aware and present. What was the feeling like? What did you feel in your body? Because recalling that is an ability we can develop. This is the whole point of it. It's a practice. Practice is something you keep on doing with discipline. Hmm? If you want to share, you can share. Like I'll let you bathe with it for a few seconds more.
Maybe I would like to share.
Okay, yes, please. Go ahead.
Um, because all like stress and worry and everything, these are just thoughts. And when we turn back to like just being and just be aware of our body and things like this, everything calms down. And I had a realization that when I'm walking my dog, for example, in nature, I'm doing that every day. And if anything in my life would change, like if I would become a millionaire or anything like that, I will still do the same in this part of the day. So I'm trying to walk my dog every day with this feeling like be connected to my next level. And I had like sometimes I can feel that, that I am that already. And it was so fascinating because I expected that I will feel like excited or something when you reach your goals. It must be like exciting or something. And actually I realized that when I was able to feel into that, I realized there is only like calm and peace and somehow deep sense of responsibility, but without pressure, just like inner peace and just so that was like time when I felt like present in the present moment, but in the same time I was aware that I'm already my next level. If does it make sense?
I Yeah. And if it makes sense to you, it's the most important thing. Also, like makes sense.
Yeah, and so from this perspective, like it is the time is just illusion because I'm already who I want to be and who I want to become. And if I can feel into that more often throughout the day, so I could act, show up in external reality with more power and
Yeah.
but I'm not there yet.
Uh, look, I
Just-
may
I know
disagree
that
with
this
you.
is possible. I know that this is possible. It's one experience, but mostly just acting like, okay, like
Okay.
same right
Put
now.
it as a practice. Put it as a practice. I'm not there yet. Is that true?
I
Is
know
that true?
that
Like,
it is possible. I know that in some meaning, I'm there already,
mhm.
but throughout the day, I still like I'm acting just from the level I'm at right now. But I know that the next level me is already here. I'm just not able to tap into that like or feel like that all the time. So, but I know that it is possible and I'm able to feel that at least for a few moments when I'm, for example, walking my dog or when I really focus on that, like when I want to do that intentionally, just to feel that.
Look, it fades away. And I love what Liz sharing in the chat, in the comment there, because yeah, you gotta believe in your power and you gotta get fixated in that belief. You gotta get fixated in that power You both said the same thing. Space and time do not exist in that spiritual world. That, like, when you're in meditation, in total presence and self-awareness, time does not exist. And next level embodiment, it is right about that. Is there was another way I wanted to call it, which was now level embodiment. It will come in the future. Big spoiler here, but now level embodiment is because next level, it's just a construct. It is just a construct. You can see something and it's sort of like separated, and then you choose, you make an informed, conscious, intentional decision to live as if that was real. But since you're living as if that was real, that is real. And crazy is just a different version of normal. They might call you crazy, like, hey, you're crazy. It's like, yeah, I'm a different normal than you. You got me? And you live it, and you live it, and you live it. What would that millionaire do? What would that philanthropist, I mean, impactful human do in this case? I want to build the company or the business that will clean all waters. All right. Then when you're in the sea, you see a piece of plastic, you do nothing. Yo, pick it. Aren't you the founder of the business that cleaned? Look at how I'm talking from the future to the past. Aren't you the business owner of the business that cleaned waters globally? What would that person do? Or what would that person have done by seeing a piece of plastic in the water? Picked it, right? Walk your talk. Please cheers on that. Yes. Yes. And again, yes. You need to stay aware because your background, backstage behaviors are doing stuff to you, not letting you do it. You want to say something, Slavomir? No? Okay.
I'm just like, I'm always speaking trash when I'm walking with my dog in a forest. So this is just
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you walk your talk and you embody it now. What would that version of me do? What does that version of me do now? And that is a little bit the point. Okay. So the third, let's go through that last kind of question. I'll share the screen again super quick, and then we can move and roam free. There you go. How do you plan to cultivate presence and self-awareness during the upcoming phase of your life? What are a few things that you can do? Oh, Liz popped up right away.
First thing I think about.
Oh, look at that.
Max, by the way. Hi.
Hi there.
But the first thing that came to mind was something that you mentioned way back, and that is boundaries.
Right.
Like boundaries and like to set the proper boundaries, you need to first know what your values are and like what you want, what you find important. You know, like it all includes like all the important things to cultivate that presence and self-awareness. So, conclusion, boundaries.
Boundaries to cultivate self-awareness and presence. I really Love this answer, and let me tell you, this is also important. I love this answer also because it's truly tightening back to these the power of like how this self-empowerment framework model, self-mastery model, next level embodiment works. It's not just about authenticity and integrity. It's not just about self-awareness and presence. It's not just about having high level, through the roof energy levels. Not just about that. It's not about your inner work and then you get stuck in there and like spiritually bypass all life and problems, but you bypass them, you never face them. Come on. And outer work also, right? Like all the ways. It is how you bring things together, because boundaries are things that specifically gets faced when in next level embodiment will speak to authenticity and integrity. It's like saying no to what's not aligned, say yes to what's in your values only. Big massive walls around your realm, girls and boys, kings and queens of your world. Big walls. And you cultivate self-awareness and presence that way. Yes, you like, okay, I mean, meditation time, journaling time. Now I'm actually going through asking myself these bold questions. Now I'm doing it, period. Hey, you want to go out and get wasted? Hey, you want to like, no, man, I've got my highest self to embody here. Give it space. And that's how you keep it, because otherwise distraction takes you away, tractions you away from where you want to go, from where you are. Slavomir, what is that you want to say? You're muted, please.
Yeah, it's for me, and this is a good reminder that I need to write it down, like what is my next level, and just focus on that throughout the day to remind myself, because yeah, I just got distracted with my life. Life is
Life
just
keeps
so
lifing. Life keeps
happen.
on
Yes, I have a family. I have just so many things to do, and then I forgot, and I'm running on autopilot and doing things. But it is a good reminder. I need to write it down, or create some reminders in my space, because this is what I suggest to when I coach people. So this is what I suggest as the first thing. And I didn't do that yet because my space is in like work in progress, but I just have to do that, like create reminders of my next level and just tune into that throughout the day more often.
Thank you for the vulnerability. Thank you for the sharing, Slavomira. Absolutely yes to what you just said. And let me tell you one thing. Um, now, to this, two pieces actually. The first one is, yes, life keeps on lifing, and the external will treat you how you let the external treat you, right? This is kind of that boundaries kind of thing, and boundaries that are healthily communicated and so on and so forth. Now, when we go about I will give you an example, okay? Like how we get indeed distracted, and there's this client of mine. We were literally talking about his business a couple of months ago, and everything that he needs to do, and so on and so forth, and he had big like things happening in his life, like with his not even wife, but the mother of his newborn, and bad situation, sad situation. But he couldn't pour his energy into his business, into his life, into being happy, into staying healthy, into none of that, because he was too angry, distracted, disrupted in his things from a very, very heartfelt situation. He needed to give that attention to this, right? So, okay, 2 months, a month and a half, more or less, full attention. All the energy goes there. Let's clear it before we got aware of the fact that he couldn't work out anything else. He had to work that. And then we worked it out. And as soon as we did, I felt release. He went for a couple of weeks of kind of retirement, retreat by himself. And then he came back and was like, I found the love of my life. I was like, what are you talking about? Yeah, like I fell in love. This is beautiful. Da, 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 da. And we couldn't get him to talk about anything else. That. And today I actually saw him in person. I do a hybrid with him in person and online. And I was like, my brother, it's great that you fell in love and you're just like, oh. I started drilling into why did you, as soon as you got energy back, why did you start putting it into something that is not you, but is external? Nothing wrong about being in love, about building a business. Like, oh no, like it could be that the distraction, so to speak, was the business, another business, or I mean, who knows, like different lives, different situations, right? For him, it was this situation with his new love, and he still wasn't taking care of his health. He still wasn't taking care of his family business and none of that. So we had to hit pause, look at where you're at now, where you want to be, and create a practice. We have to create a practice that reminds us. Beautiful piece, Slavomira, you share. Practice that reminds us of where we're at and where we want to be. And where we're at will change most often, more often than where we want to be. And where we want to be might also change based on how deep we go into our values, how best we understand them, like how we build our boundaries and binaries towards that direction, right? So there's this whole thing coming together. You see that? And so I said 2 points. At the end, I made of two, one with this little story, but this is the point. Yes, creating a practice that reminds you of that. It could be journaling, it could be meditation, it could be walking daily, but you need to cultivate it. You need to cultivate it because we are used, we are habituated to a life that not necessarily is the one that we consciously chose. Not saying that it's not a beautiful life. It could be very ugly. Did we consciously choose it? Take a deep breath. Give yourself some grace. Release. Conscious decisions. Conscious decisions. And when you choose something, this is something that came up out of that session. When you choose something, it's not over. Oh yeah, I made my decision. Because tomorrow, your kid will knock on the door as you are focusing on your health, on your self-care, on brainstorming new business ideas to get out of debt, on, you tell me, on like you're with your husband or wife or partner in life and you're trying to have that sacred, so craved moment by yourselves, and your son knocks at the door. Life keeps on lifing. Nothing bad with your son knocking on the door, or daughter, your kid. And you will have to choose once again what you've chosen the day before. Your relationship, your business, your focus. Your focus, what's your focus? Where you're going to, where I'm at, where I'm going. You choose it every step of the way. To choose it again and again. You need to be present when things hit you. When the emotional roller coaster hits you, you need to stay present. Have practice in it. Build the muscles of presence, of self-awareness. Because if I'm deep down into emotions, very angry because of something that happened in my life, and my business partner comes to me with a proposal I don't quite like, and the alternative is to burn the business to the ground, it's very, very, very dangerous if I'm not aware in that moment or able to pause. It's like, yo, dear business partner, I'm not in the mind space to make this decision right now or to tell you about it now. Please, let's talk about it later. I'm going taking care of myself. I'm staying present. Staying present means that the emotional roller coaster is not riding you. You are riding the emotional roller coaster. You ride the emotion when you're aware, self-aware, present. It's not the opposite. And so you make informed, aware, intentional, conscious decisions. It's not the anger making the decision of burning the business to the ground. Because I'm just angry right now. You go and F yourself because I'm angry and I don't like your proposal. And if the option is that just go. Dangerous. And it can be your relationship, it can be your health, it can be anything. So next level embodiment is a whole framework that is designed with different pieces put together. It's not about self-awareness and presence. It's not about integrity and authenticity. It's not about high energy levels to pour into the right places and to say no to something or to say yes to something else. To do the inner work of trauma work. It is the pieces all together. I'm so grateful for this mastermind to come together. This celebration is it makes me feel so good. You're amazing. And now I'd love to hear, like, let's take a few minutes. I'd love to hear from you what are some insights or some ahas, if you do have questions, and I would hear you both eventually anyways. Let's say if you wanna play with me for a little bit. I'll take 5 minutes for this. Just that's it. Liz was the fastest one. Da-da-da-da-da.
Oh,
So,
okay. Well,
partner,
where do I start? Well, first of all, I think it's very cool that this kind of came onto my path as like a little kick on the in the butt, just like a little booster,
right.
because like also life kept on lifing and I kind of lost track of it. So like it was kind of like lots new stuff going on and like unexpected and no direction kind of. And I was actually like consciously like manifesting, like something to kind of give me that little like thing. So I was very grateful that this kind of came onto my path to give me that little booster. And then I got a lot of like little nuggets, as you call them, right? Um, like the boundaries thing is very, it's so important, but I often like forget to think about it. You know, there's kind of like things that are obvious and that you're very aware of, but not actually consciously aware of. Does that make sense?
No, no, yeah, that's a
Good.
point. Yes.
Yeah.
Good.
So like these little reminders are really like great to bring that back to your like conscious awareness. Um, so that you can be like, oh, what do I find important? Oh, let me actually sit down for a moment to think about this. And like, oh, should I actually say yes to this offer kind of thing or no? Or like, and why, instead of like just going on autopilot. Yeah.
Mm, mm, mm.
Like it's really great to have like a disruption from autopilot.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Thank you. Do you have any questions? Do you have anything that you'd like? You still have some time.
I want to know, well, you said like there's different like ways of like getting into the presence, like meditation or like walking the dog or whatever. What do you do?
Oh, well, thank you for asking that. Actually, I mean, we mentioned one, which is the cold shower. That is
Yeah.
definitely some. I mean, when I'm really in, oh my,
How long do you do them?
uh,
How
how
long?
long? I can stay there like for long. I don't like to stay there for long for the sake of water
Mm,
consumption.
yeah.
But it happens, and it happened when my relationship was kind of, there was a moment in the past 6 months where my relationship was, I was feeling that choking sensation, and while I was in there, there was something else coming up, and I was kind of like, I'm not gonna get out of this alive. I was kind of in that moment, all right? Like I'm never thought of like I'll kill myself, but I thought I would die. Actually, I was like, how am I gonna supposed to survive to these massive amount of emotions, like
Like you're gonna
uh
be
for the
crushed.
sales, for the business, like this next level, right? The next level is uncomfortable. It's not safe. The brain is gonna say it's not safe. It's called reptilian brain. It's like a dinosaur eating your head. That's my belief around it. Like, it's a dinosaur eating your head. This is why it's a reptilian brain. This is not safe. What the heck are you doing, Arton? Just drop it. You also have a relationship and a kid, and like, you're crazy or what? And I just put myself under the cold shower and hold it until I felt like it either kills me or I'm actually safe. Here, here, here. It's like you're gonna drop into your body. You're gonna drop into your body. And so this is one thing under the cold shower, and this is not just for cold showers. What happens? Yes, journaling, yes, meditation, having a nice walk, maybe walk and talk. If you record yourself, that's very powerful. And not necessarily needed to talk. You can just walk, but if you walk and not talk, powerful and great. But you kind of risk to stay in your head. Depends on what you're going through and how deep and strong the thing is. But what I was saying is breath work. You can only breathe for now. And breath, feeling the diaphragm, feeling its embodiment. Like you're literally feeling the body that does the embodiment, that does the work. And so you breathe through the belly and breathe out, squeezing your belly. You breathe in, the belly expands, the diaphragm goes down, and breathe out, the lungs squeeze, because that's how it's supposed to go. But we're getting to breathing next Friday because it's vitality and energy
Mm.
work in particular. The breath is a bridge in between the conscious and the subconscious, in between the emotion and the logic. When you're emotional, the diaphragm moves how the heck it wants. Emotional means angry, means sad, means frustrated, means whatever. It moves how the heck it wants. If you manage your breath, if you manage the movement of it, you manage your emotion. And so it gets you to breath, self-reflection, journaling, whatever, nice walks, cold shower. These are my go-to. A nice talk. Sometimes you need someone that talks you out of it. Like sometimes you just need someone who talks you out of it because the cold shower, fuck no, I'm not gonna get a cold shower, or like whatever. Like you're not getting out of it. You're not even thinking. Like you need that. That's why.
Sometimes it's hard to like get out of the hole you dug yourself into, you know?
Beautiful image. Yes. A beautiful, painful image.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, please. So, mhm. A great support system is totally one of the pieces.
Yeah.
But we're gonna talk about yes.
Yeah.
Thank you for asking this. So this leaves us with Slavomira. You wanna hop on? Do you have doubts or reflections?
Yeah, for me, this was a good reminder because it's how many times, we are like something we know in our head, but we are not living it yet. So many information is for me like, oh yeah, I know, I heard that before, or this is what I'm teaching people. But am I really living it? Yeah, so this is always the phase like, yes, I know, but until it just sinks down into body, into my new reality. So yeah, I still need more reminders that are you living that? Yeah. So this was one of them, like, oh yeah, I don't created my space yet the way I am suggesting my clients they're supposed to do it, and now yeah.
I hear you. I hear you on that.
Yeah, and also when I'm walking my dog, and not every day I remind myself to stay in this like kind of next level. Sometimes I just walk my dog, and without
And
without presence, without being present.
it's automatic.
So
Maybe you're too in a rush to step out of the house intentionally, and as you step out, like, oh no, I need to do a million things, and dog, come here, and you just run out and you just do it because that's easy action. It's embodied. That is embodied. Your nervous system has the wires that you hit the you hit the trigger, you hit the interrupter. I don't know how to say that in English. I think it's trigger the right word. You hit the trigger
yeah,
and the lights goes on. Easy,
yeah,
embodied. The cables are passing through the wall and they're getting there. It's embodied. We'll need to eventually do some work, right? To recable the thing if I don't want that light to go on when this trigger is hit, right? And that's okay. That's the work. Indeed, you cannot
yeah,
see what you cannot see, and you can't give yourself. You cannot intervene on what you cannot see. Therefore, you cannot give yourself grace for what you don't see. But once you see it, you can give yourself some grace. So
yeah.
you're good, Slavomira. You're doing so amazing.
Thank you for creating this space. Yeah.
I'm honored and grateful for you to join into the space. And well, next week is going to come upon us with high energy. Imagine if I'm these energy levels, because I'm mostly excited for holding space for you guys and girls, queens and kings in your own kingdoms. Imagine what might happen next time. Next time we'll speak to rejuvenation, how to create, let flow, unlock energy, electricity. I almost feel scared to say it as I say it, because it's like, if I'm feeling this way, what am I supposed to do next time? I'm gonna blow up like like tomato in a microwave or what? But it's the idea that we create that amount of energy and we blast it towards where we want to go. Before that, we need to be aware of it. This is why it has this order. This is why the framework is built out this way. Self-awareness, you know where you want to go. Then you, like, I mean, you wouldn't hop on the car and turn it on. Maybe you did it sometimes. I did it sometimes. It happened and whatever. But you wouldn't hop on the car and turn it on and wait. It's like, where do I go now? Now my car is on, is ignited. I'm consuming gasoline. And where do I go now? No, I mean, you kind of know where you want to go when you turn on the car and create the energy. So hyper quickly, we have trillions and trillions of atoms. Those atoms produce, and I want to use this word intentionally, produce 0.2 volts of energy each. Now, the point is, if you align them, 0.2 volts per second, but in a misaligned way, and not all of them, but if you align them, that makes 1,000,000 volts almost, and even more. That's the sun burning. That's a lightning hitting the ground. That's how powerful you are. We need to channel it. We need to focus it. So this is next time. This is next Friday. Now, in the very, very, very few minutes left that I do have, I am kind of graciously inviting you into the space. This is the mastermind. This is free. In these 5 sessions that we're using to create, to celebrate the launch of Next Level Embodiment as a business, a coaching business, where I'm the creator, I'm the founder, and well, I'm the space holder. I really am passionate about holding space. These 5 sessions will be for free, and there'll be replays available. The real work, we believe, I do believe, we, my team and I, and well, the people I surrounded myself with, I'm so grateful for, in the past 10, 15 years, that the true transformation comes with interaction. The true transformation comes with the deep practice. The true transformation comes with accountability. And well, sometimes with being called out of your BSs, belief systems, what were you thinking? So what I'm inviting you into, and it will not be slides or so, that those will come to you, will be shared next time. There's an event, a short mini virtual retreat that we're gonna host on the 1st and 2nd day of April. So it will be a continuation. On the 31st will be a Friday, so there will be the 5th session for these masterminds. And 1st and 2nd of April 2023, of course, there will be a mini retreat. It will be another 4 hours. There'll be a powerhouse that will be for 144 euros. So there will be a paid experience, a very condensed paid experience that will be sort of the very first paid group experience that we offer, and this is why the price is so like benevolent, I might even say. And then there's a whole coaching package. I'm not dropping into that so fully right now. I don't I intentionally, I choose not to do it. But there's much to it. And we can hope on a call. This is what I want to invite you actually into, because you do have the possibility, if you see the replay to this, if you are here, Slavomir leads, you have the possibility to have a call with me directly, or with my executive assistant, Cindy Howard, such a, well, lightning. She's lightning admin, business founder. So I want to tell you one thing. The coaching is a one-on-one, and it includes in-person retreats. Throughout 2023, we'll be hosting many in-person retreats, and whomever gets anything, the group coaching, there's also group coaching, these masterminds will keep on going throughout the year, not for free. Eventually, the point in here is to actually stay together, transform together, impact together, expand and amplify. Thank you, Slavomira. Thank you, Liz, for being here with me today live. Thank you, Tessie. You joined, you had to go. Thank you for observing and experiencing these not live and on a replay. Just know there are these 5 sessions. Next session is about high energy, vitality, rejuvenation, putting it into the right place. The one after authenticity and integrity, the one after inner work versus outer work, quote unquote. And you have the possibility to get on a coaching call, transformational call, discovery, almost personalized call with me for just being part of this. So that's where I do invite you. That's where it all come alive and all come together. From group to private, from private to group. And I thank you for being here. So, peace out. Stay unlimited. Stay embodied. I love you.